Hello, Leo. I am Jaja, and welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. Today, we are going to get into your career and finance readings for 2022. This is for anyone with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, even Mars, even Jupiter, because Jupiter and Venus are both about money and the expansion of money. And Mars is all about the way we go towards money and action towards money. So those matter too. Okay, so today we're going to get into, we'll pull a couple oracle decks, if I could speak. The first from the Gateway of Light Activation, which I love, love, love. Spirit messages. Ask the Fae about your finances. And we'll go into the Kipper deck, and then finally we will get into tarot. All right, guys. So to kick it off, for your Ask the Fae about your finances and career, you pulled number 22, which is the card of choice and decision. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book for you guys on this one. So it says, this is the house of making decisions and acting upon them, and considering the long-term implications of these choices. It can, however, be a case of the road less traveled that turns out to be the best one. There is no right or wrong way, and you must choose your way. You will just take your pick, as you cannot go both ways at once. So in the picture, guys, there is a fairy here looking down a windy road, trying to figure out which way she wants to go. It kind of splits off there. Yeah, she's in deep thought up here. It kind of gives like a face shot of her, kind of fanning herself, really in deep thought about which way she wants to go. So this is giving me, this plus your activation of light, which I'll get into in a second, is giving me very much either you're looking to start a new job or start a new project, or looking to invest for the first time. Like, it's giving me very much like, what do I do? Like, do I want to switch careers? Do I stay in my job? Do I go for a promotion? Do I, do I invest in housing, crypto, the stock market? Like, and what Spirit is really saying with this card is pick any lane, go down any pathway. The whole point of it all is you learning and growing, right? You cannot lose this year, no matter which pathway you choose. Love that for you guys. For your Gateway of Light activation, you have the Halls of a Mentee Initiation, Secrets Revealed, Treasures Uncovered, and Initiations. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book on this one. And it says, oh my gosh, and I just lost my page. Oh, there we go. The Halls of a Mentee are a sacred learning space that were energetically transported by Thoth from Atlantis to the spiritual plane before Atlantis came to an end. It is said that the portal to this etheric retreat is energetically connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza. You are in a deep initiatory chamber at this time. You might feel that things are heavy and challenging, but know that a reconfiguration is happening. Energetically, you are going through an initiation that will allow you to go beyond the fears of the ego and transcend the limitations of the physical realm. You might not feel that light is present because you're in the middle of this phase at the moment, but know that it is present within you. You might be feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but a lot of this anxiety is actually old energies that were stored in the depths of your body being released so that your vibration can rise. Love that, guys. And this picture it's basically like a hall. I think in the middle is like it looks like a Pink Floyd prism to me, guys. No, it's actually Giza, now that I look at it. But what's interesting is, so there's the two pillars that are also on the High Priestess. So it's like leveraging your intuition. You know what's right for you, right? And just seeing where you're being initiated into a higher level of being. And so that's why any path you take is a good path, right? Because it's all for your spiritual ascension. I love that. Okay, let's get, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get into the Kipper deck. I did go through this and shuffle it pretty well earlier, but we'll give it a couple more shuffles. And then we can get into your tarot. Spirit, any career and finance readings for Leo for 2022. Okay. We have the Gift. Adjudication in reverse, unexpected income, child, community in reverse, privileged lady, mature woman, house in reverse, a message of concern. Bottom of the deck is despair. Yeah, this is, remember that Halls of Initiation was talking about a rough patch? It's like there was some sort of injustice, either at your job or with your business, involving a community that you feel like you went into it expecting it to be a gift. And it, from the looks of it, it just turned out to be a nightmare. I'm getting the sense that your finances may have been, and your job situation may have been a little up and down. It's just not meeting your expectations. You feel like you're not making as much money as you would like to. You're feeling a little alienated. I'm not going to lie, guys, this mature lady is giving me a block. So I don't know if there's a feminine energy at your job that, or a feminine energy in your home that makes, you know, the work-life balance difficult, or just makes being at work difficult, or, you know, overspends in your home or something like that. But this is giving me very much needing to set boundaries around whoever this person is. Or walk away again, because they told me, they kind of showed back in my mind the pathway, the fairy card of being at a crossroads, and the halls of initiation, where it's almost like you guys are like pre-full journey right now, where it's like you're more taking a look at how things have transpired and how it just didn't live up to your expectations. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense that lately finances have not been the best. With this privileged lady in the reverse, house in the reverse, and message of concern, I think it was the halls of initiation that was talking about ego death. You know, ego death must just be a fire sign thing, because I've gotten it for all three fire signs today. This is giving me a need to really look at. I think it was Aries. Well, it was like, why do you need to check these boxes, right? Like, why, in order for you to feel whole, complete, and successful, do you need to be a doctor who drives a Benz, for example, right? Like, why do you need the Benz? Why do you need the Chanel bag? Why do you need the latest and greatest whatever trend handbag or shoes are, right? That's what this is giving me. It's almost like, and it's pinging off of the mature woman, because I'm almost getting a sense of like, maybe that was handed down to you, of like, you know, being well put together and looking like you have money, was kind of like, even if you didn't, right, was like taught to you by a parental figure, you know. Yeah, because again, like, you have here community in reverse and child. So I'm getting a sense that, like, this is something from childhood where Spirit is asking you to really get clear on what's necessary and what's just ego. right? And the gift really is taking this time, like recognizing that you're at this crossroads and accepting from the universe, like the this is a hard mirror to look at, guys, right? Um, how your finances may be all over the place because you're so highly focused on appearances. Um, that's a hard one, especially if it was passed down through childhood. So, but Spirit is saying that's the gift to you. Because what it's really doing is preparing you. Normally, when you go through a cycle like this, where it's almost like everything is wrong, all of this is like, I can't seem to get ahead. Like, what comes after that is grace and abundance from the universe, right? And so it's like Spirit wants you to get clear on what's absolutely necessary prior to them giving you this gift, is what I'm getting. Okay. We are going to go ahead and kick off the tarot. I've been doing it a little differently, guys. Instead of just doing the standard Celtic cross, I do kind of like, I do them in 3-month chunks. So the middle card will be your overall energy for 2022 from a finance perspective. And then and then we'll kind of work our way through quarters, I should say. Okay. I did see the Lovers and the Sun card, so there's something absolutely beautiful in there coming for you guys. And funny enough, the Lovers is about a choice. So, well, not funny enough, because Spirit always knows what it's doing. All right, guys, here we go. Overall energy for Leo, we got Death in the reverse. 10 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups in reverse, Judgment in the reverse, 4 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Okay. This Death in the reverse, I believe, this is your overall energy for 2022 when it comes to your finances. Death is about a rebirth. Death is about a transformation. After a hardship. The fact that it's in reverse just tells me that this probably has been going on for a while with your finances and your career, where you're just not happy. And I say not happy is because above it, you have the 10 of Cups, where it's almost like, remember I was saying there was like this thing about expectation. Like you went into a job or a business venture with this like 10 of Pentacles fairy tale like expectation, and it just hasn't met that. And so you guys are kind of in this energy of like, I'm almost getting like going around and around trying to force something to work that just doesn't work for you. I'm getting a sense here of almost like you're in a job you've known for a really long time. Excuse me, guys. That it just isn't conducive to who you are as a person or what you really want to be doing long term, but like it pays the bills or it affords you some sort of luxury. But Spirit is saying it's time to get out of that. Like, it would be great if this Death was upright for your overall energy, because that almost means, like, I'm getting, like, the World in reverse, where it's like you're not learning the lesson, right? So, for the first 3 months of the year, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Hermit is giving me kind of trying to balance the fairy tale that you have in your mind around your finances and around what you would like to make and why you would like to make that amount of money, or why you want to stay in this job, with like the introspection of the Hermit of like, is this even for my highest good? Like you flip your perspective completely from checking boxes to what is in my best interest, basically. By June, y'all are sneaking away. You're kind of healing that. Remember I said this Ten of Cups is like a fantasy, right? Like what makes the Ten of Cups a Ten of Pentacles is like a like day-to-day action, like almost like the Knight of Pentacles is what turns this fantasy into a reality, right? Like there has to be a slow progression and a plan of action towards something to get it grounded in reality, right? And it's like, you know how they say in therapy, like when a relationship ends, a lot of times you're not, most of the morning is around the fantasy that you built around the person, like the like hopes and the dreams that you had around the relationship, not so much the person itself. Like that's what this Three of Swords in reverse is giving me. Like you guys eventually get to a point where you recognize, I was looking at this with rose-tinted glasses. It's not in my best interest, and now I'm just healing I have heartbreak that I'm healing from the fantasy, the death of the fantasy that didn't come into reality. And then the Seven of Swords tells me you sneak away. Like that, and that's pinging off of your fairy card, which is like the crossroads of like, okay, what do I do now? Right? In your third row, so this would be Q3, you have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is where I think the reason why Death is in the reverse here, it's like you rush off towards something, either a business venture or a person. Guys, I did do a video on how your love life does actually affect your manifestations from a finance and a career perspective, so definitely check that out. But I don't, you know what, this Queen of Cups reverse is not giving me like an external person. It's giving me like self-love, authenticity, right? Like you almost, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You sneak away from the thing that was that you're trying to heal from that didn't work out, and you're getting over the fantasy in your mind, but then you rush off to something that isn't fully baked out, is kind of within the same lines of what you were doing or similar, and it's like you're not honoring yourself and what you really want to be doing or where you feel you should be doing. I'm getting a very heavy sense of like, I need to make X amount of dollars a year. And if it doesn't pay, like I don't care what I'm doing as long as I'm making X amount of dollars a year. And that's why this Death is in reverse, because it's like you're not learning the lesson. If you stand in your authenticity, if you stand in who you really are, like the universe will give you that, right? But you're trying to force it, you're trying to control it. And so it's that's why this Queen of Cups is in reverse, because it's like you're not properly, if I can speak, loving on yourself. In your last row, so for Q4, you have Judgment in the reverse, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Swords. I just keep hearing like there needs to be more hermit mode, guys and gals, Leos, for my non-binary babies. Yeah, this Judgment reverse and the Four of Swords is giving me like, instead of taking the time to really dig deep into who you are as a person and what you can either create and present by a way of a new business to the world, or take a leap of faith on a new career path, you kind of go back around in the circle, using that Wheel of Fortune analogy, and what you really need is rest, like a vacation, just like a moment to really sit with yourself, right, is what Spirit is saying. And that's going to help you make a decision. That's going to help you call in the abundance that you want, right? Because it needs to be from a place of introspection. What do you even like? What are you good at? What are your gifts? You know? Now, with the bottom of the deck being the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Empress, I definitely think by the end of the year you guys get there. This entire spread is giving me, it's like you spend the first half of the year kind of like going back around like through a cycle, but then it clicks the second half of the year. And, you know, if you do make the decision to fully rest at some point the second half of the year, then you're able to call in, right? Stability. I'm hearing, like, this is like tons of clients, tons of business. This is like emails and messages back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like swift action. You're defending yourself and what you're willing to put up with. Empress energy or an emperor, take it as it resonates for my divine masculine. It's like now you're in a space where you can fully create. You're standing in your power. You've already taken a look at the things that don't work for you, and so now you know intuitively which path to take, right? That's best for yourself. Okay, so I do want to clarify Death in reverse, the Seven of Swords, and Judgment in the reverse. So Spirit, can you give me something on this Death in reverse for Leo for career and finances for 2022? Do you want to? Death in reverse. Death in reverse. All right, we got the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, guys, here's the thing about the King of Wands. Don't get me wrong. I love me some fire sign, right? Because this is the Aries, Leo, or Sag. This is you, right? But especially next to this Queen of Swords in reverse with Death underneath and the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is ego. This is, I need to make X amount of dollars in order to live. I need to make X amount of dollars because I have to present myself in a certain way. And it has, like, the way my money and my career looks is very controlled. Whatever gift the universe gives me has to look a certain way or I'm not taking it. That's what King of Wands is. It's my way or no way. He almost should be in the reverse because that's what this is giving me. Now, the Queen of Swords in reverse, let's talk about it. Because this is someone who is not honest with themselves, aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive. Just like mean-spirited. And so with the King of Wands next to her, which I'm saying should really be in the reverse, I'm getting this sense of like, this is a very fixed thoughts for you Leos out there. Take it as it resonates, right? Of aesthetic versus substance versus expression of my authenticity, right? And almost being like requiring that of other people too. Because they keep showing me how, you know, the Queen of Swords has, like, she has the sword in one hand and then she has her hand out, right? Like, what do you want? Tell me what you want. If you don't, and if I don't like what you have to say or what you're giving me, off with your head, right? So this piece is giving me, like, everyone around me has to look a certain way or make a certain amount of money or, you know, and it's like, it's bad enough that you put this ridiculous expectation on yourself. You know, but now you put it on other people, like, come on now, Leos. The Ten of Swords in reverse is Spirit saying, I said what I said with the Death in the reverse, like, you're not learning the lesson here, at least the first half of the year, right? It's not done. The cycle will continue until we decide we've had enough of our own shit. That's really what the Ten of Swords upright is. The Ten of Swords upright is like, either I'm done with this person because they overkilled me, right? Like, it didn't take 10 swords to end this relationship, or I'm done with this thought process or this state of being because I'm sick of my own shit. With it in the reverse, like, it just hasn't clicked yet. And that's why this Queen of Swords was giving me, in reverse, was giving me self-delusion, right? Or lying to yourself about what really matters. All right, let's see. Ooh. For the Judgment in reverse, we got the Moon. Spirit, can you please clarify Judgment in reverse for my Leos for career and finances in 2022? Do you want me to take those? They said yes. 3 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is this giving me like hiding your spending or hiding your money? Like you're, so this like Moon with the 3 of Cups is almost giving me like either hiding from your partner or hiding from your, or not being honest with yourself on how much you go out, or how much you spend going out, how much you spend drinking, how much you spend socializing. Like this, like rewarding yourself for every little thing, and it not, and overspending basically. Like every day is a party when you're really actually struggling. And it's like this Ace of Pentacles with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse is like I'm getting this scenario of like, even if you do get a decent amount of money, like a large sum for whatever, you know, like a commissions or something like that, you're looking at it as a gift when it's not a gift. It's more support from the universe. And like, I'm not going to be poor again, so I can just spend this, when it's like, but if you continuously do that, then you will be poor. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what this, and that's why Judgment is in the reverse. It's like bad judgment around socializing, around fake rewards. They keep telling me fake rewards. You know, like I didn't overspend this week, so it's okay if I overspend next week, kind of thing. You know, or just not handling the gifts that the universe gives you properly. And what I keep, like, they want to be adamant, like, what they send you isn't even a gift, it's support, right? So it's almost like the universe saying, we will help you break even. But, like, but the only reason why they're doing that is because of this. Like, until you get clear and honest with yourself and go through this ego death and turn this death card upside, right? Like, you're still just gonna break even at best, right? Yeah. Spirit, can you clarify this 4 of Swords and this 2 of Swords? Spirit, can you clarify this 4 of Swords and this 2 of Swords, please, for Leo, for finances, for 20. Okay. I feel like that's too many. It's way too many. By the end of the year, someone does come in to either help, like from like either you get a new prospect for a job, but with this King of Swords here, I feel like you block it for some reason. I really don't understand this energy, Leo. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's kind of like, you don't want to work. Which, mind you, I completely get that energy, right? And I say that because we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, which is basically just like stop working. And what also double clarifies the stop working is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like a double, like, because the Knight of Pentacles upright is like a day-to-day action towards a goal, but it's slow. This is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. So when it's in reverse, it's like it stops. Like the Knight isn't even moving, right? Like slower than a snail's pace. Seven of Pentacles is literally reaping a harvest from seeds you planted. And it also gives me like working on something, like actively, doing something to work towards a harvest, right? And so it being in reverse is like you're not doing that. The Hangman upright is you've been enlightened on something. And maybe it's this. Maybe it's like looking at really balancing out your partying or your, fake reward system with your actual finances, right? Or even because it's pinging off of this Knight of Cups and the King of Swords. So remember I said I feel like someone comes in to provide some other financial assistance or financial help or a new job, right? And you block it. It's like this Hangman upright tells me that like you see it. Whatever happens after you say no to this opportunity at the end of the year, it then clicks in your mind that almost like your ego and the constant repeating of this cycle is what's keeping you stuck. And so then the final outcome is the Three of Wands, which is looking forward, right? This is future gazing. And I think, because at the bottom of the deck, you had your King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Empress. It's like you do find that stability, or you start taking action towards standing in the energy of the King of Pentacles, right? Not gonna lie here, guys, this is giving me, especially this bottom half, so I don't remember what your love reading was for 2022, but it's giving me a relationship, like money in a relationship kind of goes wonky at the end of the year. Like you're hiding things, you're hiding purchases or outings from your partner. You're making bad judgment calls around, kind of fake reward system here. You're not accepting opportunities from a job perspective and kind of slow down your work the second half of the year. And something about this Empress. The Emperor isn't here. So if you are in a relationship, your partner is way more mature than you. I'm just going to throw it out there. Because you're coming up as the King of Pentacles and your partner is coming up as the Empress, right? So you're a court card. This is a major arcana. Just saying. And it's almost like the possibility of losing your partner is what kicks you off into action and into changing this Death card in reverse to the upright in regards to your finances. Look, again, that's just what I'm getting here, because like I said, this whole outcome thing is just giving me, partner vibes. Anyways, you guys, this one was a little difficult. Again, I just feel like it's more shadow work this year to set up for next year, right? I don't think, this isn't by any means, take it as it resonates, guys. Like, if you're happy in your job and things are going well and whatever, that's fine. I still do think collectively we do need to do a better job of defining success for each person. I do not believe that we do a good job, especially with children, and setting expectations around work is already hard, right? It is better for you to do something that you love, right? And build a life around what you love and get clear on what you absolutely need, right? And I think you guys are doing that this year, which is beautiful. It is hard work. It is shadow work, right? Looking at what's necessary versus what's ego, you know. And you guys are doing it this year. So, yeah, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if it was helpful and it resonated. Please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And I will catch you guys next week for your mid-month update. All right, have a good day. Bye.